Hey, welcome back to Rocco's Licks and Mix. We have a kind of a two-part video. We have the main video here. It's going to be a camera lens, and then we have an accessory we're going to show you that we feel like you have to have every time you buy a camera lens. So we'll jump right into that, and we'll show you everything you need to know. Alright, once again, thanks for being back with us again today. I just purchased this Sony A7 IV camera, and in the future this is what I'm going to do all my videos on. This is to take place in my GoPro Hero 12. That has worked out very, very nicely, but it doesn't work quite as well in low light, and I'm wanting to bring my light down a little bit lower. I'm also needing more quality so I can do some Openbox guitar videos and some other things, you know, that this is just going to make all my quality just, you know, pop. It'll be a lot better. So for the camera, though, you've got to have some lenses. So I've purchased 3 lenses. This particular video, we're only going to open one. If not, we would have a video that lasts 2 or 3 hours. So we're just going to open one, and then, like I said, I have a little accessory I'm going to show you that I love to use every time I buy a new camera lens, and we'll go ahead and show those to you now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open this box up. Take me just a second, and alright, so it takes up almost the entire box that we have. This ships straight from Sony. As I always warn, from Sony, if you spend over a certain amount of money, I don't know what that is, you might want to call them and find out if you know, before you buy something from them. But if you exceed a certain amount of money, then you have to get an adult signature from FedEx, and which means you have to be 18, 21, whatever. You have to be present, and they have to scan your driver's license. So, and with this, I bought 6 or 7 different things at one time, and they all came in almost different shipments for each product. I think it took like 3 or 4 days for them to ship everything to me, and I ended up having to miss some work for that, take some days off so I can be here to sign for these products when they came in. So that's just a little FYI, you know, to let you know. So we'll jump right in. At the end of this video, I'll put up some specifications for nerds like me that like to dive in and figure out all the little details of these things we show you on our open box videos. So this is a Sony SEL2470GM. It's a G Master lens, and it is for the Alpha series, and it's basically a 24 to 70 millimeter lens with f-stop that goes as low as 2.8. This is for 35 millimeter full frame camera, and it's got an 82 millimeter filter size, you know, for screwing the filters on the end. So I'll go ahead and show you the box before we get into it. Okay. Show you all the sides. You can pause this if you need to. If you need to read some of this stuff. Okay. All right, and really nothing major on the bottom. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up and show you what we have. All right, so there is a pretty thick little booklet that comes in it with these interchangeable lenses. I'll show that to you. Okay. And I'm sure that just gives you any warnings. It tells you how to use it. Gives you warranty information, things like that. That's all in this. Like I said, it's a pretty thick little stack of papers that comes in the box. Okay. Then we have a little divider. Got a little bubble wrap. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and jump right into the lens. Okay. And there's nothing else in this box. It's empty, so. All right. So let me show you the case. Okay, so here's the case that came with it. Got a Velcro strap, or a Velcro latch system for the, take the top cover off. And then it has a pull zipper. Pull zipper just kind of pulls back like this. Okay. And that's how you open and close it. So this is to store your lens in to protect it. It has a belt loop on the back, so I don't know if you can see that or not. It has the little belt loop. It has a carrying strap on the top. Okay, and then we have some strap mounts on the side. Now, so far I haven't found a strap in here, but if it doesn't come with one, you can buy those online at a lot of different places. Alright, so we'll go ahead and open this thing up. All this feels like very good quality. There's foam, padding, and all this stuff. You can kind of push on it, feel of it. So it all feels like really good quality. This top piece that unzips, it has little tabs on the end. It's going to be very hard to see, but it sticks out just a little further. And that helps it to tuck in better, so it's easier to zip. And then you have these little side pieces. Okay, so the flap doesn't just fold completely down, and that'll, you know, help maybe an accident happening when you open it up. If it fell completely down, your lens would probably just fall out. So that's what those are there for. So that's very nice. Coming from the factory, it's packaged in bubble wrap. So let's see. Okay, so now I have found the strap. So that's nice. They included that, so you don't have to buy that. You don't have to buy the strap. So got a couple clips. Just a standard strap. I don't know, this is probably 2.5, maybe 3 feet long, but probably 2.5 feet long. Got clips on the end. I'll show you those. Alright, then it has an adjustable buckle. It's a little adjustable buckle. Alright, and the other end's got the same exact, it's a swivel clip, so it'll actually, you know, spin around. That keeps you from getting tangled up as much. So that goes on the outside of this case. And just to show you how it works, you take it, you got the little ring, like a little D ring on the side. It's very hard to see. Okay, you can see it there. I'll try to turn it. Okay, so you can barely see it right there. Alright, so I'm just going to take and snap this. And it may take 2 hands to do that. It's a little hard to do on camera. You just kind of push it. Now it's snapped in place. Alright, so that's all you have to do for that. Do that on both sides if you want to use the case. I have a bigger backpack I'm going to do a separate video on. And a Sony case that I ordered as well. So I have a different video. I'm not going to use this, actually. It's very nice, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to have everything else in a Sony case. So. Alright, so get into the bubble wrap. Got the bubble wrap off. Okay. Now what we have, another little package in a little bag. Alright, so now we have a little piece to stick on the end to help reduce glare on your lens. So I'll show that to you. Okay. Alright. There's your part number. You can see that. Got the little Sony emblem. And on the sides, it has little red dots. I don't know if you'll be able to see these or not on the camera. The little red dots show you basically how to put it on and how to snap it in place. And on the inside of this, it is felt lined, so it doesn't create a glare that causes you an issue if you're doing maybe sunlight photos or outdoor photography, things like that. So it's got felt lining. Like I said, it's very hard to see. Right where my finger is here, that flat piece has got felt lining. So that's pretty nice. Alright, so now to get to the lens. This is a pretty bulky lens, just to be honest with you. It's got a lot of weight to it. Alright, so on the front you got your protector, your cap, and then I'll show you the sides. Okay. Alright. So that's the sides. And then you have a cap on the back. That cap is like a single turn screw, and this thing is precisely machined. I have a Nikon D3400 I've used for 8 years. Very good camera, but I have to say, man, this thing is slick. The Nikon, I have no problem with it. It's great. It's 8 years old, but This one is just, man, it is smooth. That's a very good cap. Okay. Now there is a little bit of play in and out, but it's nothing major. It's not going to hurt anything. This is the cap. I want to tell you, this has got a pretty wide angle lens on the thing. And that's pretty large size. It is a 82mm size. So what I did with my other two lenses, they have 72mm, so I had to buy a step up lens or a step up filter ring, and all it does is it screws into the 72s, and I'll be able to use those 82mm filters on top of those. So one set of ND filters or whatever, I'll be able to use it for all three lenses, even though the front is different. And we'll do a video on that as well, showing you how those work. So all right, so that's the lens. That's how it works. So I'll take the cap off. Okay, that's all the way compressed. And then we're going to see if we can open this thing up. So the back one is the one you turn for the zoom. So it comes out probably about another 1.5 inches. Okay, so it's not a lot. But like I said, this goes from 24 to 70mm. And you know what I said before, we'll put the specifications at the end of this video, so you'll be able to know all the details. So, all right, so now for the bonus part of this video, what we have in this bag, Amazon bag. We'll go ahead and open that up. Like I said, this is a #1 accessory as soon as you buy these lenses. I always like to purchase these, have them at the same time, and go ahead and install these on the lens. So I'll open it up and we'll talk about it. All right, so we've gotten this out of the bag. I'll show that to you real quick. I ordered one of these for each lens. I ordered all of them to be the 82mm, because like I said, we're going to use step-up rings on the 72mm lenses. Okay, so I only have to have one set of filters that way instead of two sets of filters. There's not a lot of information on the outside. All right, so this seemed like a good brand. A lot of people using this brand. Watched a lot of YouTube videos, channels like these and things, and this is a pretty popular brand that people buy. It is a little expensive sometimes on some of their filters, and there are other filters that are cheaper that work just as good. So I'm not going to argue with you on which is the best one or whatever. For me, for what I found, I recommend this, I guess it's NISI brand. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm geared towards purchasing on all my filter lenses. But the one accessory that I would always buy for a new lens is a UV filter ring. Okay, this is a UV filter, and what it does, I mean, it does some stuff with the UV filter side of it, but this is going to be used to protect my screen, so this doesn't change my film, it doesn't change my video a lot, but what it does do, it protects the dust and dirt from getting in there. And so when I'm cleaning it, I'm actually cleaning this replaceable lens filter. I am not doing anything with this camera. So it comes very well packaged. It's in a little foam case there. All right, so I see a little bit of dust on this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step out just for a second. I'm gonna get something to wipe this off with. Before I do that, actually, I won't have to go anywhere, because included in this box, they were already thinking ahead. We have a very nice lint-free cloth. So this is what we'll use. You want to clean the lens, and you'll also want to clean the lens filter on the part that's going to be inside. And then also they have just a little instruction guide that tells you basically how this thing works and what it's used for. But what I'm using it for is just to protect it. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe this thing off. I'm going to start from the center, work my way out. And I'm going to view it. It may be hard for you to see all the little dust specks. Sometimes you can get the compressed air, and it will also remove the dust specks. Okay, so that's a good thing to do. Like I said, you saw me just open this, so it's fresh out of the box. And the very first thing I like to do is I like to put these lens filters on just to protect it. And it's not going to really change the way the image looks very much. So, all right, so we clean one side of it. I'm gonna go ahead and that just screws on. You just set that on top. Got very fine threads. Now you don't want to, you don't want to really force this on because you could cross thread it. Okay. It does fit very, very well. And I'm seeing a piece of dust on the inside. I thought it was on the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this back off. Use a little bit more pressure. Kind of scrape a little bit. You can hold this up to a light. You want to hold it by the edges only. Just use a circular motion. I like to work my way from the center to the outside. And sometimes these things build up static and you get dust that just will not come off. Okay. Got one little speck of dust that will not be removed. Okay, so I'm going to try to push it over a little bit to one side. Make sure all of these dust spots are okay. Alright, so we'll try this again. And a little bit of dust is not going to totally kill your image, but one of the things you can do to prevent little specks and things showing up in your image is to have a clean camera lens and a clean filter on it. So, alright, so that's installed. I'm going to show that to you. It really doesn't look a lot different once it's installed, but you can see the writing on the filter. That's all the writing that's on it. So, all right, so that's my bonus tip, is to always buy a UV filter to put on these, and that keeps dust from getting on the lens, and you constantly have to do work with that to try to make sure you get good quality photos. So, all right, so that's pretty much it. We thank you once again for joining the Rocco's Licks and Mix channel. We'd like for you to like, subscribe, turn your notifications on so you know when you get new videos. And like I said, we got two more lenses like this. This one's a 24-70. We're going to have a 35mm, and then we're going to have, I think it's a 70 to 300mm for zooming in on things far away, out in nature photography, that sort of thing. So those may not be the sizes that work best for your setup. You'll have to do a little research and figure that out. But this is actually what I like to use for my setup. So thank you very much. Like I said, specifications will come at the end, some pictures, some different things like that to give you a little bit more quality. So y'all have a great day.